Jason, I feel like I've been waiting most of my life at this point for someone to put together a good, solid Transformers game.
Man, they've been trying, haven't they?
Yeah. There was a Commodore 64 game that I played a ton of, just as someone who was way into Transformers.
Sure, okay.
But it was garbage.
Yeah, it kind of was garbage.
There was like the Headmasters game that came out for the Famicom Disk System.
Nope,
not great.
Still not good.
There was, I feel like the last glimmer of hope I've had for a Transformer, like, capturing the classic Transformers, G1, if you will.
Yes.
Was a game called Transformers Tatakai.
That didn't come out here.
Came out in 2003 on the PS2. Did not come over here.
It did not come over here. There we go.
And it was like
I did not play that.
G1 Transformers, and you looked at the screenshots and you were like, they're doing it.
Yeah,
they're actually doing it.
It's finally happening.
And then it wasn't a great game.
Jeff, I got some news for you. They're trying again.
Yeah.
Classic G1 stuff.
Uh-huh.
All right?
Uh-huh.
Being put out by Platinum Games.
Okay. Yeah.
Well known for their character action games.
They can make a good game.
They can.
They have made plenty of good ones. Yeah, this is Transformers Devastation.
You know what? We're gonna do chapter 2. So
look at that!
Yeah, look at that. Insecticons, man. We're gonna go into the Proud Star, but this will actually show us like a bit of. Let's see. Yeah, let's erase that checkpoint. Like the kind of the not overworld city.
Look at
that! Jesus Christ! All right, so yeah, they went for the classic G1 stuff.
You're in the Ark. It's Teletran 1.
We are hanging out in the
crazy.
Ark. We got Bumblebee.
Oh.
Sideswipe. Wheeljack.
Wheeljack's pretty good.
Did the voices sound familiar? Because you know what? Like almost all of the original voice actors are back.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm a little cold on Grimlock, I'll be honest with you.
He's a big dumbass.
He is
a huge dumbass.
He's not a cool vehicle. He's like dinosaurs are cool and all, whatever.
He didn't always used to be a dumbass. Like he.
Yeah.
It's a long story.
It's a long story. Yeah.
Yo, I use Optimus Prime, man.
I mean, he is the Autobot commander. There's no, All
right, so you'd think he would just hop in, right? No.
So I played the first 40 minutes of this or so.
Yeah, good stuff. Bumblebee beating the shit out of Megatron.
Like right out of the gate. Like, and that's something that like makes no sense in the concept of like, hey, you put the red tech spec over the back of the box and you see how strong Bumblebee is compared to how strong Megatron is. There's no way that fight works. But in the context of this,
skills.
Actually busting out those combos and doing like I had a good time in the short time I spent with it and didn't even see any of this stuff.
This is kind of cool.
So wait a minute. So
yeah, you can have both melee weapons and range weapons equipped, and as you like beat bosses or find random drops throughout the level, you can get new weapons. You can also synthesize these weapons. Like combine a couple of them.
Wait,
like,
do you feed guns to other guns?
You could feed guns to other guns.
Man.
Stop me if you've heard that before.
What?
Some of these will also have skills on the right-hand side. Like that guy's got thermal. This guy's got robot speed plus level 3. I have no idea what the hell that is. But when you combine items, you can kind of make like a mega weapon. It's pretty cool.
Is this in addition to the kind of character-specific weapons? Like, Optimus Prime has a gun. When I think Transformers, he's got his gun, and he's got that axe that was in like, one episode.
He's got Prime's axe.
So are these? So this is what you use to fill the other slots with, or
yeah, you can just roll with the. You can replace them, in fact, you can kind of cap out like Prime's axe here. I can't actually level up any further, which is kind of a bummer because I really like his.
I mean,
his
that
axe.
seems like it should be the most powerful thing.
But there are definite, weapon types. So under melee here, we've got twin swords, regular swords, just straight up like the stuff that you were doing with Bumblebee.
Yeah.
His fists and then hammers and stuff. But it's
Devastator's drills.
That's really about it, like as far as weapon types are concerned. Even these are named very differently, like Devastator's drills, but they're really just like regular fist weapons. You'll get the same kind of moveset.
Yeah, okay.
They'll look a little bit different.
A little different. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So it's the same deal with the range weapons and stuff. But
that shockwave blaster looks like it was Jazz's gun.
Very well, could be.
I would have put Jazz in this game.
All right, so aside from that,
I might put Mirage in this game too.
did you take a look at any of this stuff too?
No,
So
no.
there's,
I
like,
never
mods that you
got to
can
this
make.
menu when I played. It was kind of just, throws you in and has you play as a few different characters. What?
Don't fuck this up, Wheeljack. I gotta get it somewhere in the orange. Yeah, well. Careful while we're up. So yeah, you got a few.
Weird,
Yeah,
okay.
you got a few slots where you can equip these mods, as it were. So a little bit deeper than you would have initially expected.
All right. How much does any of this stuff actually matter?
Not a ton.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, there were a couple that I left on throughout because as you find out, let's see, you can just keep adding XP,
Hold the red piece of paper up to your TV.
and it only costs 100 credits, and I have a lot of credits. I could probably max out all of my skills right now.
Of credits.
But also in the lab, you can buy new moves, very typical of Platinum style games. You buy all of this stuff really quick, and it covers all of the characters.
Okay.
So if I hop to Bumblebee, he would have the same move set essentially as Optimus Prime, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
If you think about it, you've got 5 different characters here. 4 of them are basically the same character, just different skins. Grimlock's the only kind of different guy. He's got some cool stuff. Yeah, let me let's show off this damn game here.
Yeah.
Because you know what? It's pretty fucking cool. I like it.
It definitely made a strong first impression. Though I was playing on the PC, and there, the resolution's capped at 1080.
Okay.
Frame rate seems to be capped at 30.
Oh, no,
it just
really?
doesn't seem.
So yeah, we're playing on PS4. We definitely get the 1080. I want to say we're running at 60 because
It seems
real
smooth. It was smooth, but it didn't seem 60 smooth. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't play that much of it. And
once we start hopping around, so yeah, we've got main light attacks here. We've got more heavy attacks to jump in. We can transform and stuff. We've got dodges. We're gonna show some of that off in a little bit. So you've played some Platinum games, like little Bayonetta, right?
yes,
Which time? Which time is a real thing in the Transformers universe?
of course it is.
I'm gonna shoot these things. Oh god! Oh god! I've got fans blowing me into these. Oh jeez.
Yeah, you gotta.
We're okay. Get these dudes out of the way. I'm just gonna go for it. That's okay. That really didn't hurt that bad.
Yeah, no, that's.
There's that witch time. I was
There's your
talking
witch
about.
time. Yeah.
All right, so where are we going? We gotta follow the marker here. So in these city regions here, they really want you to use your vehicle skills. So they'll set up these little courses right here for you to drive through. It's kind of fun, but kind of throwaway as well. There's not too much going on with that. But it's a good way to use your vehicle skills.
Yeah,
when
I mean,
you're outside of combat.
That you can transform. It's nice of them to give you a reason to. I think that's one of the things that some of the other games haven't done is give you a good reason to be in vehicle form.
So these guys with the shields, you've actually got to dash up on them and then break their shield like that. So we can keep doing that with all the other dudes here as well. Oh,
And will they get the shield
completely
back
whiffed.
eventually, or?
I don't think so. I don't know.
And then that
other
Megatron
dude-
fight was the tutorial for the shield bust, and he definitely kept getting it back.
He's
I know.
Megatron, right?
Yeah, he is Megatron.
Yep, that just keeps whiffing. That's cool.
I think one of the other things they run into with a lot of Transformers games is they have to, come up with fodder enemies.
Yeah, and they do have a number of those.
Yeah.
The shield guys right here, you'll fight an awful lot. Same thing with this guy.
Yeah.
You'll fight a bunch of fighter jets. But yeah, let's go through this. So standard, Platinum, combo system.
Light heavy.
Yep. So once we mash on that for a combo ender, you can do a vehicle attack.
That's cool.
God damn, does that look cool? But yeah, it's pretty ridiculous that you're actually transforming in the middle of a combo.
It's the stuff.
It's spectacular.
It's a level of martial arts that these things never exhibited in pretty much any other format.
As far as the Transformers games?
Yeah, Transformers.
Absolutely.
Cartoons were certainly not deep on, combos.
Speaking of the cartoon, man, I think they really nailed the look of the of the OG cartoon. I'm gonna need that.
There were some face close-ups in cutscenes and stuff that I thought, you know, like the shading and stuff looked a little strange.
Well, that's like some of the cutscenes seem to be pre-rendered, and it seems to be at like a lower resolution. So they do look a little bit different. We'll see one of those shortly. Oh. Gotta fight these dudes.
But yeah, you know, you think about G.I. Joe, like so you can shoot in vehicle form.
Totally.
Okay. You think about G.I. Joe, like, you know, the Cobra had soldiers that were just dudes, and they could have an infinite number of those for a G.I. Joe to beat up and kill, or, you know, disable. Transformers never really had that.
Nope.
So it's like they come up with like, here's like a ramjet looking dude that's not ramjet, or whatever the other, that second wave of Decepticon jets that had the cone heads.
You see it like a bunch of like Constructicons and stuff, as well in here. So like, there's a huge like Decepticon contingency. You're not going to see a ton of Autobots in here.
Yeah, it seems like it's, you know, primarily just the characters that you play as, right? I mean, I imagine you run into maybe one or two more, but I don't know. No?
I'm not going to spoil stuff.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to see somebody else for sure.
I mean, okay. If I were making this game, knowing that it seems to be focused on Devastator in a certain to a certain degree, from the name of it and the, you know, the way they've kind of promoted it, I would put Omega Supreme in this game.
I'm not saying shit. Oh God. So I've got to bust through the shield. There. Yeah. There we go. Oh man, there's a whole lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah, this stuff doesn't. I did a little bit of this from what I played. This didn't necessarily seem.
Look at that. So yeah, random loot drops. Check that out.
Yeah. And I guess that all just feeds into your synthesis and upgrades and all that.
It does.
Back at base stuff, huh?
I've got a bunch of stuff that that I can like fuse into other things or power up others.
Understand it any more than we do. Perhaps we can use that to our advantage.
Yeah, lots of voice acting. As far as I can tell, like the storyline was written by like one of the original comic artists or authors.
Okay.
Not entirely sure. Ooh. I gotta just chase down this sentry bot here.
I spent a little time rereading some of the original Marvel Comics run of Transformers. That thing gets weird.
Yeah, totally.
You forget that, like, you know, what you think of as G1 Transformers happened real fast, and then the movie happened, and then like everything got kind of weird.
So, like, I wasn't a big Transformers guy. I was more of a G.I. Joe guy. But there were lots of crossovers between those guys.
Yeah.
So I got to experience a lot of that. Like, I watched a lot of the cartoon, for sure. But the comics, I never was really into. And I probably should have been.
They were neat at the time. I don't know. Like I said, they got weird. You know, it's like there's at some point, like, you know, Bumblebee's brain is inside an RC toy car, and the role of the humans in the Transformers is really strange because they're unable to differentiate between the good robots and the evil robots, except on a very small scale. Like a handful of humans know that, and the rest are just like, the robots are evil, we gotta get rid of them. And it's just like, leads to a lot of dumb things.
I was just like in the movies, the Michael Bay movies.
Never saw any of those.
Really?
Yeah, I saw like little bits and pieces of them. Like, you know, when I had roommates, like one of them would be watching them and watch 20 minutes of it and go, man, fuck this.
Let's see what you've got.
Oh yeah, I've got like a launch move here as well.
Man,
Jesus.
those are Insecticons.
Yep.
Straight up, some kickback. It's Bombshell and the other one.
You know, I gotta say, we've seen most of the combat.
Yeah, it seems like the combo system is, you know, what is it? It's light 5 times. It's that's a combo. Heavy 3 times is a combo. Light, heavy, heavy. Like, does it get?
It does
shrapnel?
actually.
That's the other one.
Let's actually hop into the move list here. So if we go down, there's a bunch of different.
Okay, all right.
Combos. They all look pretty similar for the most part, and they all end with you transforming into a vehicle.
Yeah.
So it's just
crashing into. Like,
yep.
All right.
It's just an endless loop of that. With dodging in between.
I felt like I was able to, that Megatron fight early on, I felt like I was able to kind of get him stuck in a loop where I would hit him with a combo, do the vehicle ender, then it would pop up the prompt for the vehicle ender again.
Sometimes, yeah.
And so you could do like double vehicle bash right back into a combo.
Yep.
Which was, you know, for a warrior of Megatron's caliber, compared to Bumblebee, it seemed a little ridiculous. But I sure enjoyed doing it.
Time
No joke, right?
finally enter the proud star.
So aside from just like the normal combos, you see my L1 up there
Yeah.
as well. So in the middle of combat, I can hit that, and that's kind of a GTFO move. Like,
okay. All right.
yep,
Yeah.
I get my back end and I get everybody off. Also, you can build up the blue meter around the Autobot symbol there for like an L3, R3. That's a big ass get the fuck off me move.
Okay.
I'll show that off once we get into like a boss fight.
Autobots,
So yeah, here's the like the
welcome
pre-rendered
to the
stuff.
proud star.
Still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a little,
Ship of
yeah, like I said,
Nova
like it's a little lower resolution.
It can't be. You mean an
I don't understand why they couldn't have done this like in engine, keep it consistent, but
It's not like this environment is super busy.
appears
Right.
so, Wheeljack.
and there's plenty of instances in which you're actually fighting alongside all of these guys real
Okay.
time.
So-
So
Cybertronian ship crashed on Earth? What are the odds?
Nova Prime's
Maybe they
mission
couldn't,
was to preserve our culture.
do lip sync in
The
engine.
aid of Cybertron
Maybe the next game.
was a covenant
So Platinum's
between all
last like
Cybertronians.
a licensed
The
effort,
Colonnade
Legend of
comprised
Korra.
the essential aspects of
I was
the
hugely
Cybertronian
disappointed by that game.
heritage.
And you are a fan of the Korra
Yeah,
stuff,
totally.
the
Like,
franchise.
It just seemed like there was a lot of missed opportunities with that. I feel like this is a much better game. Like, as simplistic as it is by Platinum standards, it plays really well. I mean, it does get a little repetitive, for sure. But they do give you a lot of instances, you know, a lot of challenge levels. There's a lot of
Okay.
content. Like, there's a lot of stuff to play. There's also a bunch of like side missions. Like when you're going through the normal, you know, story mode here, you'll see a bunch of instances where you can like, you know, hop off to a different area and complete side challenges, get lots more loot and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to unlock as well, whether it be, you know, character arts or models, you know, the 3D models that you can take a peek at later.
I don't think that's the original Wheeljack voice.
I don't think so either. I don't think it's the original Bumblebee
Yeah.
voice either.
I think the only ones they promoted were Optimus Prime and Megatron, and then Soundwave because it's the same guy that does Megatron.
Okay. I don't know. So I think Sideswipe's the same. 'cause
Yeah,
that's
might
like
be,
that's
yeah.
like Duke from G.I. Joe, I think.
Oh yeah.
He sounds very familiar.
But the
And which
voice
is
actor
also-
that did Starscream passed away some time ago.
yeah, he does sound.
Yeah, he sounds different in a
very
way that I don't know that it's a great fit. And I, you know, it's rough because, you know, what are you gonna do? But remember that DuckTales thing, that remaster of DuckTales,
Yeah.
where they got the original voice actors, and you were like,
It
these
might be
guys are-
a little long in the tooth.
yeah, I'm starting to hear that in,
the Matrix itself. Just
I really
these
like
voices.
these doors, by the way.
yeah,
there is a darkness here.
I'm starting to hear that, and I feel like I've been hearing that a while out of Optimus Prime because they've gotten Peter Cullen back for
We'll deal with it later if we must.
a handful of these games now,
Yeah, totally. And yeah, he's still like doing the con circuit and stuff. And
yeah. These guys have been doing this for a very long time, and you start to hear the years on the voice, I think.
totally.
Which, you know, again, what are you gonna do?
I like the environments here, just like the shading and everything. Like, man, they just really nailed the cell shading look to this.
Yeah.
And if you take a look at like the reflection in his, you know, like windshield, that changes as well. It's not static. Oh man, it's a damn good looking game,
Yep.
Jeff.
Yeah.
So this symbol up here, you can go back to the arc and change your loadout
Oh,
and stuff.
okay. That's cool.
I think we should do that actually.
Yeah. All right.
Take a look at someone else.
Any, you know, I guess maybe this would actually maybe be a story spoiler or not, but I don't know. You tell me. Do you play as Decepticons at any point in this game?
You don't.
Okay.
And I don't think that's a big spoiler.
Yeah.
So this will, just show us the cool stuff that we got. Look at that. Thermal machine gun. Basic missiles.
Dude,
Yeah.
man, what?
Yeah.
Don't use the shockwave blaster. The thing's gonna turn into a robot and tell you that there's no energy left.
Cool. Get in jazz. You know what? I really need to show you Grimlock real quick.
Yeah, no, totally.
Like I said, he's a big dumbass, but he's a lot different than the other Autobots. Like the other Autobots share a lot of the same weapon types. He doesn't get to do that, and his vehicle mode obviously is a little lacking. But when you transform, you just run, but you can tap it quickly and you just shuffle around as the dinosaur.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's fucking great.
That's pretty good.
I love doing that. He also gets something where if you go into like, Witch Time, with the dodge, you can do like a grapple move. But other than that, he's pretty much the same.
He can double jump just like all dinosaurs.
Yep. Let's do a dino attack. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Oh shit, I'm locked in. I'm Grimlock now. Fuck. I didn't want this. I don't think he's very good, but he can waddle really fast.
Everything about the way Soundwave looks is awesome.
I know,
and
right?
always has been.
Yep. Laserbeak and Ravage. I love this stage, by the way. Like, just this fight in general. So you gotta take out these dudes here first. I don't know how well I'm gonna do with Grimlock, but... Whoa. There we go. Go the other way.
So does he have specific combos as well, or is it just kind of...
This is pretty much the same stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy. Yep. Let's see what he has loaded out. I just gave him the gloves, and then we'll do the small blaster. Okay. Oh, I can go fight him now. Okay. Here, buddy. Nope. I gotta change into... So, to transform, you gotta, like, hold in R1. There we go. And then run around. Yeah.
He looks tiny.
Grimlock? Or...
Soundwave. I mean,
he is, actually. Whoa. Oh, God.
like, even compared to the other Autobots? Or is it
think
just a
so.
Grimlock thing? Because Grimlock is obviously, like, huge.
If I die, I gotta choose
That's weird.
someone else.
I would never think of Soundwave as being...
Whoa.
I think of Soundwave as being Optimus Prime sized in robot form.
I think the toy was, totally.
Yeah, yeah.
But I seem to remember him being a little bit smaller. Let's see. Game. I'm gonna return to Arc. Restock for battle. Yeah, Grimlock's real weird.
Mm.
He doesn't, he's not like the other dudes. All right. Watch out.
I feel like the past, like, no, there's that other, one of the, I think it was like one of the War for Cybertron games or whatever they were that, or they made a point to put Grimlock in there. Like, I guess,
and that was a huge deal.
Yeah. And I guess, like, just people love dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like, nothing about Grimlock ever seemed like vital to me. Like, oh, you gotta put Grimlock in there. Like, he's cool.
He's a
and
fan
he's
favorite.
very different. But like, I guess he is a fan favorite, but has never been a favorite of mine. I guess so.
I had a Grimlock toy. I loved Grimlock.
I had a Grimlock as
kid.
well. I thought it was a cool toy.
And yeah, I was kind of into their comics at that time, I guess. Like a little bit. I think the Dinobots kind of got me into Transformers, Jeff.
Weird.
I know.
I don't know, man. This dude turns into a fucking truck. The other guy turns into a tape deck. Those are both cooler than dinosaurs.
Soundwave was my favorite. Starscream was great too.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yep, we're gonna keep going.
I like jazz. If my favorite Transformers have always been the ones where the doors of the car are wings in robot form.
Yeah.
Like,
I can see that.
That's just an awesome look. Or just, any kind of shoulder cannon like Soundwave has here, and, Sideswipe has one as well. I think that's cool. The Decepticon jets have two, right? They have they don't. No, they have the arm lasers.
Yep.
And then the fists that you had to keep separate and put on when you turn them into a robot, which was always frustrating.
Oh,
you would lose the damn fists.
And I was a
Actually, I
real
guess Optimus
little
Prime
kid.
had fists that you had to attach after the fact too.
These are like die-cast metal, right?
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, like I had a filling, and I'd like bit a Transformer one time, and it hurt like hell.
Yeah.
Because it was metal. Oh my god. That looks awesome.
Yep.
Soundwave, I need you here. The others can take
Does every fight end with them being called away because they're needed somewhere else? Because that first Devastator fight ends that way.
If you've not seen the last Devastator, we've not seen the last of Soundwave.
I'm sure.
A lot of the bosses will end up making appearances.
There are
later
only
on.
so many awesome Decepticons.
And it's like, oh wow, okay. Well, we already fought him once or twice. Maybe we should fight him and him at the same time. So they definitely reuse
If at all
some of the
possible,
characters.
we must preserve it.
There's some. They try and break up, this gameplay a little bit later on. You'll have some like shmup style levels where it's kind of like an endless runner type. You're playing as Optimus Prime and you're just shooting down planes or whatever that comes in your way as you're going down a highway. There's another instance in which the game suddenly goes top down and you're in the city, right? And it's not like a 3/4 view. Like it's
just straight up top down?
Top down. You can't, like, you lose your depth perception at that point. So like flying enemies and stuff are a little harder to hit. It's weird, and it's only for like one part of one certain level, and it doesn't really explain why.
So you said that this game does have a lot of content, but it seems like it's not the longest game either. Right?
No,
I mean,
So I started playing it, just last night and beat it in probably 5 hours, something like that, 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, the game time was 5 hours at the end.
Is the side stuff interesting enough to warrant spending more time with it? Or?
I was really hoping so, but after I hopped into some of the challenge levels, it appears that they're just like endless wave. So while you get like more loot and better weapons from doing so, you've already really beaten the game at that point. So it's like, I don't know that I really need to spend any time doing that.
Yeah, that's maybe where it gets a little rough because this, it's not $60.
That's true,
But it's 50.
Yeah, it is 50. I don't know how I feel about that for sure, but like, good $30. I hate talking.
Yeah, it's a hard. It's a hard one. Like honestly, like that's. Again, like as someone who's been waiting for a decent representation of these characters in a video game for literally fucking decades, this actually seems like the first one.
Oh shit, Jeff, you know what I forgot to do?
What? Oh, right.
Damn it, this is awesome. Oh, yep.
All right.
This is a visual tour de force. I'm just in love with the look of this game.
Yeah, like there were some people that liked that last run of the games that High Moon developed and stuff, and
those were totally
they tried to have their kind. Yeah, they were totally playable and not bad, but they had to come up with their own designs, and they tried to pay homage where appropriate to these original designs, and I think they did, better than most, but it still wasn't what I was looking for.
I will say that, man, they put a lot of love into those games. Like they were legit fans. They really tried.
Definitely. But they were,
Oops.
They were making a different thing.
Yep.
Where everything had to strafe and everything had to, hey, this is all the jet forms are going to be the same basic concept control-wise and all that, like I felt like it lost a lot of the flavor.
So, I mean, this is a lot easier than most Platinum games. It's not a Platinum games for babies by any means, but like a lot of things like, the lock-on for the weapons, very, very generous. Same thing with like the window for dodging and stuff. So this is really, really approachable. I don't want to say it's like a game for kids by any means, but I think it's a lot easier for anyone to hop into. My time's gonna run out, but I think that's good enough for me. Yeah, ultimately I'm digging this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably continue to play through it on the PC, where it looks pretty much like this.
That's beautiful. Anything else you want to see?
No, I think I'm good. This game doesn't seem like it's perfect by any means, but like it does the thing that I feel like no other game has done it right. And this seems like closest to that.
It totally nails the look.
That alone, nailing the look and like just the character selection and the stuff they did put in here is exactly the thing I'm looking for out of a Transformers game.
And yeah, I think they did a pretty good job with it.
And like having these kind of more badass, like more nimble combative versions of these characters, I think is kind of rad. You know, even if it doesn't necessarily hold, you know, like, hey, Optimus Prime has a launcher to kick people up into the air and, you know, or juggle combos and stuff like that. Stuff you would never associate with these characters.
Can
but
kick the shit out of Megatron.
Yeah.
And that's pretty
That's
great.
still actually kind of awesome, even if it's not sensible. I'll take it.
Yeah, like, yeah, I dig the game. I dig the game. They did a much better job than they did with Korra. So I'm pretty happy with this.
Cool.
All right. Well, thanks,
All right.
Jeff.
Yeah, thanks, Jason.